Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing all the events that happened, and we have our correspondent, Mian Akiri from Enugu State. He's right there to give us an update. Good morning, Mian. Are you there?
Good morning to you, Morayo. Yes, I can hear you very clear.
Fantastic. So let's get some updates in Enugu. We know that's one of the places where there's been quite a lot of issues in getting the results. There's been a lot of protests going on the streets. People are angry. And now we hear that the collation officer would return at 5 p.m. to announce the results. Give us an idea of what happened in Enugu.
Well, on Saturday, residents in Enugu State took to the polls, and on Sunday, at the State Collating Center, while collation was ongoing, there were issues with 2 local governments out of the 17 local governments in Enugu State, and those 2 local governments are Nkanu East and Nsukka. There were allegations from party agents, aggrieved at this point, that there were evidences of overvoting in Nkanu East, and this led to the residing officer there trying to listen to the aggrieved party members, and Professor Foywe postponed every other event to Monday because of the evidence that was brought before him, and also petitions from other political parties in the state. And as of Tuesday, it was protest across Enugu State, but we just got the information from the Independent National Electoral Commission here in Enugu that by 5 p.m. there would be a continuation of the review of these 2 local governments, Nsukka and Nkanu East. So for residents, the waiting game may be almost over if they would indeed be declaring a winner. But we will indeed be in Enugu to indeed bring our viewers up to speed on what the decision will be from INEC. Earlier, they had said they would review the 2 local governments, and we hope that the review is done by now. But then it is certain that at the State Collating Center, the returning officer would be there, and then we will get to know if there would be a declaration for a winner in the states.
Mian, can you tell us the temperature of the environment right now? How peaceful, how safe is it looking?
Well, I wouldn't say Enugu State is totally peaceful at this point, although I've seen peaceful protesters. And one thing I've noticed, from other states across the country, if care wasn't taken, if security operatives are not on top of their game, I fear there could be a continuation of what would have been the NSAS that was seen in other parts of the state. Why? Because we saw different political party supporters across different places in the State Collating Center. And if care wasn't taken, there could be a clash. That has not happened. And what they were saying, a particular group was saying that since INEC had completed collating the 17 local governments, they should indeed declare a winner. And if there are any aggrieved political parties, they can indeed go to the courts, stating that the State Collating Center is not the law courts where you demand for justice. Right. And some other parties are saying that they are quite comfortable with what the returning officer is doing, that they have confidence in the Independent National Electoral Commission in the state. But at this point, with the decision that INEC will be sitting today by 5 p.m., I hope this will bring calm amongst different party members who are protesting at the State Collating Center, hoping that this protest does not go beyond what we've seen so far, a peaceful protest.
Thank you, Miam. I'll let you go at this time, but please be safe. It's never, you can never be too careful. So please ensure your safety at this time, but we'll hope to see you again. 5 p.m. will be tuned to TVC News to get the updates. Let's go on a break. No, not a break. Let me come back to the ladies. So now, so that is Enugu. We've discussed a bit about Nkanu. We've discussed about Lagos State. What other states do you think that there needs to be some kind of reconciliation? People need to start talking. The governor elected must begin to work towards reconciliation. I don't want you talking about it.
Because we had the House of Assembly elections.
Okay.
Yes.
And we saw ballot snatching in Edo as well. In fact, I think it was somewhere in Benin where we saw the videos where somebody snatched ballot and the other person snatched the person that snatched ballot box. And then that one was able to slip away and it was running off. But in Nsukka West, in the Collation Center, I have videos coming from the village where the deputy governor of the Edo State led his entourage in his black cars to collation centers. And then his thugs attacked opposition in their campaigns.
These are strong allegations.
I have videos.
Be careful.
And I know the personalities in question. So the deputy governor can answer if he did not do those things. And there are so many petitions happening. So I'm not talking something I'm afraid to talk. But you know, when we talk about thuggery and we talk about thuggery in the worst form, that's when you see a sitting governor. We know Governor Sanwo-Olu did not personally shop at anybody's collation center. Yeah. Throughout the election, he did his vote. He went to his house. Yeah. He sat at his house and his situation report room, and he followed elections. But what I saw in Edo, harmful for me. Yeah? You know, the kind of things that we're seeing. I did not expect that when there's no issue happening, the deputy governor comes and then the people are now trying to defend their vote against the executive, who should be ensuring that there's peace, law, and order. You know, so some of these issues also played out across the country. We have issues happening from River States as well.
Let me ask us about, because you know me, I always bring it back to the people.
Yeah.
There's one part of government, because the government is a 0.0% or even 1%. Let's just say 1%. But we, the people, are responsible for our democracy.
Yes, we are.
It is us that will determine if this democracy would function or not. So, therefore, where do we then take responsibility for our own part in this? Where some of us are saying, oh, government should apologize to somebody, on what basis should an executive apologize before? What exactly? I mean, I'm not talking about Lagos State. I'm talking about other states where we're saying, oh, is it the politicians? They are fueled these ethnic sentiments that we are, or with the people are the one fueling it. So did the politicians say, okay, please, for you to vote on Saturday, you must vote me because I'm a Yoruba man. You must vote me because I'm an Edo man. I'm an Eshekiri man. Did the politicians come out and say that, we are the ones amongst ourselves telling each other, using those ethnic rhetoric? Again, so we also must take responsibility, our own part in this.
I agree with you. Yeah. Everybody must take responsibility. But there's what they call seed sowing. And the politicians understand the vulnerabilities of us as a nation. We are very vulnerable. A lot of people do not believe this is one Nigeria. That's a vulnerability that anybody can latch onto and expand it. And then people are now, remembering my forefather, my grandfather, this happened to them when they went to this place, they married and it didn't work out. And people start digging up memories, traumatic experiences that happened to them. And so we feel it. So why we have a responsibility not to extend it? That's because we are aware, and that's because we have separated our emotions or whatever stories our parents have told us. Now we are focusing on objectivity and what we want moving forward. Not everybody is in that level. And that's why the leaders must be very careful. The seeds that they sow, they understand where we are, as delicate as we are. They understand it. Even in forms till today, they will ask you state of origin. We are still a divided people in our hearts. It's just a few of us that say, okay, one Nigeria. We are not strong in that. So you must take responsibility as a leader. It's like a parent or a father who will sow seeds of discord among the children and then go sit back and watch the children fight. And then you say, you people are children, you must take responsibility. It starts from somewhere. So you do your part. I understand that it's politics and you want to get all the votes and you can do whatever it takes to get all the votes, but you must take responsibility in that part. And then when we here, we have a responsibility to also talk to those people who are not at our level, to begin to see beyond what these politicians are doing and using us to do.